to be a hitter yesterday in Sarasota, particularly if you were going to go the opposite way from a left-handed standpoint. Chase Utley hit 2 home runs. That was the first. Ryan Howard continued his torrid spring. Here's Utley's second home run of the Dominic Brown crushed another one. And then the Phillies offense was topped off by Yuniesky Betancourt, who went deep to left field. The Phils have a decision to make on Betancourt today. Now the Red Sox come up from Fort Myers. Lance Dixie, Johnny Gomes, Shane Victorino embracing Jimmy Rollins before the ball game, and even Kevin Gray, formerly of the Phillies Media Relations Department, now in charge of the Red Sox Department. He's in town for the Sox and the Phils here at Bright House Field as they expect another capacity crowd here in Clearwater, Florida. Spring numbers for the Phillies so far, it's been pretty good offensively. 5.6 runs per game. That's actually very good for them. The average is up to 282, and yes, the Phillies are back to the 500 mark. Pitching not so great, but you figure that will come down once the rosters are set. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy, joined by Chris Wheeler. Sergeant Murph will be along in just a little bit. It has been a pretty good day, pretty good spring for the Phillies offensively, Wheels, and it's been fairly consistent as the month has gone on.
Yeah, it has, Tom. You know, one of the reasons, of course, is some of the big boys are healthy, and no doubt about how important that has been, that they've been able to keep some of these guys going. Now, you talked about the long ball power. The wind was blowing out like crazy to left center field in Sarasota yesterday. They had a left-hander on the mound. He kept pitching guys away, and they kept hitting it away. Chase Utley hit a couple. Ryan Howard there. The one Dominic Brown hit right there, as you say, that's a long one. And then Betancourt comes up. He's a right-handed hitter. And once he got it up in the wind, that thing took a long, long trip over everything and out of that ballpark down in Sarasota. So, yeah, they really took advantage of the wind. Now, you see the palm trees here? It's going to be unbelievable here today with the wind. We'll get to that in a little while. You see what the Phillies have done on offense this spring? 3 of the guys that have done very, very well. Ryan Howard coming back off the injury. Dominic Brown starting to really play good baseball. Ben Revere is a guy they're really going to like. Now, last year was not a good season for the Phillies. And Ryan Howard sat down a little while ago and talked about one of the things he felt was really missing.
I think last year we just weren't able to fully get a good chemistry. You know, with having the injuries that we had, Chase and myself not even being able to participate in spring training, Doc going down a little bit later on. I think the big thing is coming in this year, I think everybody has a new attitude. I think everybody knows the task at hand. They know where the focus needs to be. Guys coming back healthy. I think it's just about gelling. I think, you know, the front office made some great moves this offseason to try to help make our team a little bit better. And I think it will.
And what Ryan Howard's doing right now, Tom, a lot of smiles when you watch this guy. Nobody really knew what was left in the tank for Ryan Howard. There's a lot left.
Hopefully the Phillies will see that here in 2013 and beyond. All right, the Red Sox are up from Fort Myers. Doesn't look like the Red Sox that were on the field last year for the fans in Boston.
No, and you talk about the Phillies having chemistry and all those problems last year with the fact guys were hurt. The Red Sox, they were just a mess. They had to change all kinds of things. You see all the players they brought in. Guys like Ryan Dempster and Mike Napoli, Shane Victorino over here, Johnny Gomes, who can hit the ball out of the ballpark. Those are the guys they lost, and they re-signed David Ortiz. He's such a popular player. You think of the players that they had up there for so long that everybody really loved, and that guy's still around. Big Poppy's a heck of a player.
Yeah, he's battling some injuries right now. Achilles, heel, a whole bunch of things. They need to get him back on the field. So the Phillies entertain the Boston Red Sox this afternoon, and Cliff Lee back on the mound for the Phils, hoping to tighten some things up. The lineups and first pitch when we return to Clearwater. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Citizens Bank, where good banking is good citizenship. Isn't it time you experience good banking? By Xfinity, the official HD triple play provider of your Phillies. And by Toyota. Every new Toyota purchase comes with Toyota Care. Let's go places. you thought it was just jerseys and hats that were available, there's even a little bit more. As long as you look in the right places, a little autograph seeking by some of the fans down the left field line as the Phils get set to begin their final week of spring training games here in Clearwater, Florida. It's a warm afternoon. It's going to cool off over the next couple of days. Not as cool as it is back home, of course, but cool for Central Florida, and it is going to be jam-packed this afternoon because guess who's in town? The Boston Red Sox, and they've brought pretty much their lineup for the start of the season, at least their outfield. Leading it off in center field, Jacoby Ellsbury. Shane Victorino's in right field batting second. Dustin Pedroia hits third, followed by Mike Napoli and Will Middlebrooks. Johnny Gomes will most likely be in left field. He's DHing today, although Jackie Bradley is making a bid to be the opening day left fielder. He'll bat seventh. Ryan Lavarnway, the catcher, hits eighth, and Jose Iglesias is the shortstop, and he'll bat ninth. And they'll face Phillies left-hander Cliff Lee.
Fans will get out of the way quick today. Keep the ball down. It is unbelievable how hard the wind is blowing. In batting practice, they were just flying out of here all over the place. Cliff got involved in one of these games over in Dunedin a couple weeks ago, and that's why his numbers are so high where the wind was blowing out. Well, it wasn't as bad as today, but this is one of those days if a pitcher doesn't keep the ball down, there will be a lot of home runs allowed.
Well, Cliff should go at least 90 pitches or so this afternoon. Phillies have a bullpen set up of Jeremy Horst, Michael Stutz, and then Jonathan Papelbon is scheduled to pitch the ninth inning if all goes according to plan. There you see the flags Wheels was talking about. The wind is going out, straight out pretty much.
Oh.
It rained earlier today, but it was just more of a light rain than anything else. They didn't have to cover the field. In fact, the cover never came off the tarp. And the berm, well, that's pretty dry too, as you can see, as folks are still settling in, trying to find one last piece of grass for this afternoon's game. Oh, here we go. Jacoby Ellsbury is going to lead it off for the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox come in similar record to the Phillies, 14 wins, 14 losses, and one tie. Ellsbury, one of the keys for the Red Sox potential success in 2013, as long as he can stay healthy.
Well, he's a table setter for them. This guy can fly, steal bags with the best of them, but he gets hurt a lot.
Chops one to shortstop. Easy play for Jimmy Rollins. Ellsbury's not even running up the first base line.
The catcher's interference.
Is that what they called? Yep, they did. That's why he wasn't running up the first base line. He thought, I'm going to get there anyway.
Yeah. E2 on that play. Quintero's trying to figure out what did I do, but it was pretty obvious that Cooper ran right out there and called it. Here's a look at it, and tips the glove a little bit.
He's got a piece of it.
Yeah.
So as Will said, it's an E2. Shane Victorino's coming up. Got a nice round of applause from the fans as he was introduced by Don Gukian, the public address announcer.
Yeah, the first thing you think, Tom, as you look at the umpires there, is that you just got finished talking about him being hurt. You think, did he hurt himself?
That's what I was wondering.
Right out of the chute.
Victorino takes a strike. It's no balls and one strike. Victorino signed this past offseason to a 3-year, $39 million contract by the Red Sox. And 4 for 25 in spring training, but he did leave for a little bit to play in the World Baseball Classic. And it's 0-2.
That's the scoring decision on that, as Tom mentioned, is E2, but the batter does not get an official time at bat charged to him there. Ellsbury.
It's one of the rare occasions where you see that.
Yeah. You can get on an error, but it didn't count against you.
A little low, 1-2 the count. Ellsbury has not stolen a base this spring. That's a little bit of a concern for the Red Sox fans. Last year in limited times he stole 14 bases, was caught 3 times.
Yeah, there was a time when he could run with anybody and loved to run, but he's been hurt so much. Maybe he's a little wary of that.
Victorino breaks his bat. Little looper toward the left side, and Michael Young puts it away.
You saw that Cliff Lee cutter up close and personal.
Man, he split that bat right in half.
Well, that baby came boring in on him.
Ryan Butterfield, the third base coach, cleans it up.
There you go, right there. That was a good cutter. And when Shane swung at that out of Lee's hand, it's in the middle of the plate, and then pieces are flying all over the place. He wondered where the ball was. He's hoping it's fouling out of play.
Now Dustin Pedroia is the hitter. Pedroia is having a pretty good spring. And he takes a strike. It's 0-1.
Another guy you look at, say, can he stay healthy? This guy is a tremendous player. Former MVP, has really been banged up a lot.
Former MVP, former batting champion for the Red Sox.
Pound for pound, about as good a player as there is in baseball.
Quintero threw behind Ellsbury, and he got back awkwardly into the first base bag.
He hobbles, comes up hobbling a little bit.
Well, and immediately the Red Sox athletic trainer goes out to check him out.
That's all they need. Quintero is known for that. He loves to throw to bases. And he surprised him. And, oh, man, when you slide late like that, all kinds of things can happen.
Well, it seems like Ellsbury's okay. He actually waved the athletic trainer off. But he still wound up coming out to take a look. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Pedroia. Last year, Pedroia hit .290 with 15 home runs and 65 runs batted in. But again, he battled injuries during the course of the season.
Plays the game so hard that he gets banged up. He beats a lot of foul balls off his leg, too. Watch him play a lot. Surprised he doesn't have a shin guard on.
Swing and a miss. A little bit of a changeup there from Cliff Lee.
Pedroia, when you first saw him, thought there's no way he can play in this league with that big a swing. A little guy like that with that big a swing, forget about it. Well, he certainly proved dopes like me that saw that wrong, because he has a huge swing and he can play with it.
And Lee, a little calling card over to first. Yesterday around camp, the Phillies were in Sarasota, as we showed you, but here at camp, Roy Halladay threw in a minor league game against the Toronto Blue Jays. Rich Doobie said after the game he got his work in. That was the important thing. He scuffled as far as the hits go and the number of pitches that he threw. It was more important for him, according to Doobs, to get out on the mound and just kind of stretch his arm out. And Doc said he felt like he could have gone even more.
They're working really hard to find an arm slot for him, and that's the project right now. It may sound crazy. The guy's pitched as long as Roy Halladay. So what do you mean you can't find his arm slot? Oh, man, did he flinch. Everybody thought that was a strike, I think, including Pedroia, and Cooper started to come up with the right arm.
Oh, instead it's 3-2 with 1 out.
It's like a flip a coin.
Let's see if Ellsbury's going to be off and running.
This guy makes a lot of contact. A good base runner. Great time to run. Stay out of a double play.
Ellsbury goes, and a swing and a miss. Quintero's throw to second in time. It's a strikeout throw out double play. Lee's thrown a couple really good changeups already in this ball game, and that last changeup gets Pedroia swinging. And then the throw to second nails Ellsbury to wrap up the top of the first. Red Sox nothing. Phillies coming up. Nothing. Phillies coming up. Let's take a look at Charlie Manuel's lineup for this afternoon's ballgame. Leading it off in center field is Ben Revere. Batting second at shortstop, Jimmy Rollins. Chase Utley hits third, followed by Ryan Howard and Michael Young. Dominic Brown's in right field. He'll bat sixth. Lance Nixon left field hitting seventh. Humberto Quintero does the catching. And then, of course, Cliff Lee getting a chance to bat this afternoon. Sure he's going to look forward to that. And he'll bat ninth. And they'll face right-hander Brandon Workman, who last year pitched in Single-A and Double-A. Workman is not scheduled to be part of the Red Sox starting rotation. It's just that sometimes when a team has to go far, they let the starters stay back at their home facility to throw it against a minor league team. And they send a minor leaguer up to be on the big field.
Yeah, they like this kid, 6'5", 225-pounder, just 24 years of age. Originally drafted by the Phillies back in June of '07, didn't sign, then went to Texas and had a really good career with the Longhorns. In fact, he was 12-2 in his junior year at Texas back in 2010.
He'll face Ben Revere to lead it off. Revere so far this spring hitting .309 with 12 runs scored and 5 doubles. And Revere takes a strike. It's 0-1.
Third baseman Middlebrooks is way in at third base. That's something we're probably going to see a lot this year because Revere has shown that he will bunt for a base hit. Gives him a lot of room to slap it by him.
A little high, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Such an advantage for a player when you can get the third baseman way in the way he is. Look at that. Until there's 2 strikes.
One thing that stood out about Ben Revere this spring is that he has obviously made contact, but he's also run some deep counts.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't swing and miss either. That's the thing. When he swings and misses, you go, whoa, that's different. He's not going to walk a lot, though. I still don't. He seems like he wants to do it more, and maybe he will. But he's a guy that has never walked that much because even though he runs deep counts, he'll swing and he'll put the ball in play.
3 balls, 1 strike to count to Revere with Rollins on deck. And there's ball 4. So he draws the leadoff walk.
That's great if he'll do that. Then you have a guy like Jimmy Rollins who can really maneuver the bat behind him and make some things happen or just let him run.
But whether this is the way the lineup will be to start the season is still up for debate. Talking to Steve Henderson today, he said having Rollins, whether it be as the leadoff guy, as the 2-hitter, or down in the lineup somewhere else, does give Charlie Manuel some diversity when he's trying to put his lineup together on a daily basis. And he may have some days where he has Revere lead off and some days where he has Jimmy Rollins lead off.
Well, the thing, too, is it breaks up all his left-handed hitters in a row. You see Rollins batting 2 here, breaks up Revere, Utley, Howard, and then Young bats 5 to get in the way of Howard and Brown.
Revere goes. The pitch is taken for a strike. The throw to second is in time, but did he hold on? He did. 2-6 on the putout. Revere caught stealing.
What you want to see, but you know, so far this spring he hasn't shown himself to be an automatic type base stealer. Plays are close at second base. That way, well, he really spun his wheels on that one. Just thought he'd have a lot of. Let me put it this way: there would be more of a no-brainers than we've seen so far, and maybe that will come along as the season goes along. But there always seems to be a play when he steals.
You're right, though. It did look like he spun his wheels a little bit over at first as he was taken off. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Rollins. And Rollins lifted to shallow right field. Victorino has it caught up in the wind, so he backpedals and makes the catch. I should say he goes back on it, makes the catch. He didn't actually get into a backpedaling mode or a moonwalking mode or anything like that.
No moonwalking, no. I haven't seen that for a while, have we?
No, we have not.
Who did that? Who was it?
Michael Jackson.
No, but I mean
Aaron Hicks.
It was Aaron Hicks, right, who's put on a heck of a show here, and then Sarge went into his moonwalk analogy.
Here's Chase Utley with 2 outs. Well, Utley's starting to swing the bat a lot better. 2 home runs in 1 game, which is what he had yesterday. Will do that for you. They play him to pull with a 3-man infield on the right side.
He took 2 balls the other way off a left-hander yesterday with that wind blowing out a ton to left center. Chase Utley was Chase Utley. He got a lot of doubles to left center field.
Breaking ball 0-2.
And that's caused the reason for that is you wait. You're able to really be confident with the ball deep in the strike zone to you that you can do something with it. And he has always been good at that.
Chase, over his last 3 ball games, has those 2 home runs, which he hit yesterday, but his average is well over 400 during those 3 games, which has raised his spring training average to 255. Swing and a miss. Pretty good pitch. Workman throws the breaking ball. And Utley is retired for the final out. We've completed 1. On to the second we go between the Red Sox and the Phillies. Oh, it's almost time for Paint the Town Red Week. In fact, it is pretty much underway with the 5K race that took place in Philadelphia. Fun events all week featuring activities for fans of all ages. College trolley tour tomorrow. The Fanatic Dance Party at the Please Touch Museum on Tuesday. Lunch break at the Comcast Center on Thursday when the Phillies wrap up their spring training schedule down here in Clearwater. Visit Phillies.com/paintthetownred for more information. All those young ladies are in their Phillies red. Mike Napoli will lead it off for the Red Sox.
Great day for T-shirts because it's hot and humid here at game time.
It is. We said the temperature is going to drop the next couple days.
Yeah, unseasonably cool for the last few days here starting tomorrow.
Phillies will leave here on Thursday, be back home on Friday to play 2 exhibition games, Friday night and Saturday afternoon. 0-2 the count to Napoli. He's 8 for 28 so far this spring with a couple of home runs.
I did some job for different American League teams. Angels, Rangers.
Oh, he was late on that fastball. It's the second strikeout for Lee.
He has really good location right now with his pitches. That's a key to most guys, but especially a guy like Lee, to keep the ball in the middle of the plate. Watch all his pitches so far in a good spot. Right there, that thing is away and makes the guy reach for it. Down the middle, all they do is drop the head on and do damage.
One out, Will Middlebrooks the hitter. Middlebrooks has had a good spring. Took over third base last year when Kevin Youkilis was traded to the White Sox. And it was partly because of his success while Youkilis was banged up. Then he got banged up. He's going to spin that one down the right field line for a base hit. He's thinking about going for 2. Unfortunately, the fan interfered because Dominic Brown had a play. Nope, they're going to move him back to first base. I think that's a good call by Eric Cooper.
Yeah, because he was right there to make a play.
And he was stopping.
Yeah. He had put the brakes on. So does that mean you relocate the fan since the extra base was not given?
Don't know if you relocate the fan because it's still spring training for fans, Wheels.
Yeah. Right there now, the guy's pretty proud of what he did there, and that's nice. He got a fair ball.
And then that guy right there said, hey, man, it was a fair ball.
And the little kid's going, no, that's a fair ball. Don't give it to me.
I think he's going to stay in his seat, though. I think everything's fine.
That was really, really neat for him to get the ball and give it to the little guy up there. But I know it was foul. He didn't.
Oh, base runner now for the Red Sox. And here's Johnny Gomes. Johnny Gomes parlayed a good year last year with the A's into a nice contract with the Boston Red Sox. Last year he had .262 with 18 home runs and 47 runs batted in.
He loves to hit fastballs, and he didn't get one on the first pitch. Because he was ready to go tiki bar hunting.
He's hit by a pitch. Gives a little glance out toward Cliff Lee. Lee says something back to him.
He never moved.
Just stood his ground.
Yeah, you know, if you want to do that, you're going to take one. Walk down to first. Watch. It's a little cutter. He sees it all the way. I think what he was going to do, he's going to take it, but he didn't mean to take it off the knee. That had to hurt. Oh. I think he's got some big thighs on him, and he's probably thinking, I'll take one off the thigh. I'll be okay.
Runners on first and second. That'll bring Jackie Bradley Jr. to the plate. Former first-round pick out of the University of South Carolina, where he was a star and helped the Gamecocks win a national championship. He has sort of made a name for himself this spring in Boston.
He could really run.
In the dirt. Nice play by Quintero. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, he's really opened a lot of eyes. But he watched the College World Series a few years ago and remember Jackie Bradley Jr. because he was such a star in that when they won everything, and he was the MVP.
He's 21 for 49 this spring.
He's a supplemental pick by the Red Sox. Has really good tools.
A little high. Early on this spring, John Farrell was asked, well, are you going to move him over to left field at all? You have to kind of find somebody to handle the green monster. He said, no, he's going to stay in center field.
Yeah.
Well, he's playing left field today.
There's a different skill set to play left field at Fenway. Really difficult.
Out to left field. That's pretty well hit. Going out to it is Nix, and that one is gone. An opposite field home run for Jackie Bradley Jr., his second home run of the spring, and the Red Sox lead at 3-0.
You get an idea right there the way it's going to take off, too. Pitchers have to keep the ball out of the air today. And Jackie Bradley Jr. got one up, and it took off and blew right out of here. Well, that has to be pretty exciting for the Red Sox, so to see him do that. Hit off the end of the bat a little bit. And you see Nix thought he had it. Now it's like, no, I don't have it.
Plus he had a really big ladder.
Yeah, a really big ladder. Well, then at the end he thought he had himself at least a wall ball he could play, and that wasn't going to happen either.
Lavarnway rolls one to the left side. To his left, Michael Young. And dug out by Ryan Howard. 2 outs here in the second.
So he'll be pronouncing Boston Lavarnway, right?
I would think it'll be something like that.
Has to be Ryan Lavarnway.
He is scheduled to start the year in the minor leagues. That's the dilemma with Jackie Bradley Jr. too, Wheels, is that because of the way contracts are set up, there was a story that if the Red Sox kept him down for the first 11 days of the season and then brought him up, then they would have an extra year on the back end before he becomes a free agent.
So he'll get the clock started.
Correct. Now, if they bring him up to start the year, they could still send him down, but he'd have to stay down for 3 consecutive weeks for them to have the same luxury of keeping him out of free agency later on.
Right. Well, that's a big part of baseball nowadays, or the economics involved, is when do you start the guy's clock towards arbitration? Because you can control a player for 3 years, 2.5 sometimes, depending. But then when they get past that, it's their world.
1-2 the count to Iglesias. Lines that one to straightaway center field. Revere on the run. It's over his head. A one-hop off the top of the wall and then over the wall. Iglesias will pull him to second with a 2-out double.
Cliff Lee has that look like, well, I'm done eating again. Oh, did that take off?
Sure did.
But you have to keep the ball in the middle of the plate and somehow keep it down. There's Juan Samuel, by the way, back after being ill for a while. Good to see Sammy again there. He pulled his arms in and hit this ball pretty hard, but it's not going to go to the wall normally. Ben Revere didn't know where that thing was going to go. It blew different directions, it looked like.
Well, Jacoby Ellsbury is done, and the Red Sox have gone to their bench. I mentioned that Ellsbury looked like he jammed his leg when he was on base the last time.
Bryce Brents.
I believe, Wheels, that it's who it is.
Yeah, Bryce
73.
Brents.
Bryce Brents will take over. His numbers in the minor leagues last year: 17 home runs, 76 RBIs.
I was still in your roll mode. I'm going to get out of it real quick, though.
Couldn't tell if the 3 was an 8 or not. So we're going to miss. Brents is down on strikes. The Red Sox do score 3 on an opposite field home run by Jackie Bradley Jr. Up into the wind, heading to the Red Sox bullpen. We'll go to the bottom of the second. And hilarious comedy. Join Leonard, Sheldon, Penny, Raj, and the rest of the gang on Philly's #1 comedy, The Big Bang Theory, weeknights at 7 and 7:30 on PHL 17. Sold out crowd here at Bright House Field. Shane Victorino moves from right field to center field. He'll take over for Jacoby Ellsbury, and Brents is in right field. He pinch hit for Jacoby Ellsbury to wrap up the top of the second. Interesting, they didn't move Jackie Bradley Jr. to center, so who knows? They may have him start as the left fielder on opening day. They figure, let's not change, what he's trying to work on out there in left field.
They better go hit him up. Well, they do have a little bit of a facsimile of that green monster down their new ballpark.
Ryan Howard crushes one to center field. Victorino out toward the track and makes the catch as he slams it to the wall. Victorino on his back. The ball is in his glove. Ryan Howard's retired to start the second.
That was some play by Shane Victorino. It looks like he's all right, too. He just got stunned. Ryan Howard caught that ball down on the bat a little bit, or that was going to be a monster. Yeah. He really wanted to make this play. He shaded a little bit towards left center. Got a good jump. Now the wind takes it, and that really fooled him, and that's why he was out of control when he hit the wall, because the wind took it a lot further than he thought it was going to go. Then all of a sudden it was, see right there, he didn't have time to see the warning track and the wall come up because the ball took off on him at the last second.
Shaking out that right hand as he goes back to his position. Michael Young's now the hitter. Young 18 of 64 in the spring.
John Farrell thinking that center field's a minefield for my guys.
Seriously. Young hitting .281 with a home run and 12 RBIs. Ground ball left side. Iglesias is there. He's got a strong arm. He just whipped that ball over to first. Yeah, so 2 outs.
Normally you can't get away with what he just did, is to catch the ball the way that he did. You should always backhand that play. When you got an arm like that, I guess you can do those kind of things.
2 outs. Dominic Brown's coming up. What else can you say about the spring that Dominic Brown is having? 22 runs, 16 RBIs. That looks like the kind of numbers you'd want, Wheels, after the first month of the season.
Yeah, that'd be just fine. Anytime you do that in April. Oof.
With Darren Ruff being sent back to the minor leagues, Dominic Brown has pretty much assured himself a spot in the Phillies outfield.
Right. He just played himself right into opening day. And Darren Ruff did really, really well after a tough start. They just don't feel that he can play the outfield well enough to subject him to major league
right now
pressure. Right. And let him go play it. His bat is really something to watch. He has tremendous offensive potential.
It's a foul ball up the first base line. Well, look how far this ball goes off the bat of Dominic Brown yesterday.
He takes it and gets it up into the wind yesterday in Sarasota, and it goes a long way to left center field. And that's a good sign.
I mean, it went far.
Yeah, it was a good one. He's strong. Big time power, this guy.
Out toward left field. Bradley Jr. over into the alleyway, and he makes the catch. Phillies go down in order. Here in the second inning. Well, prior to the ball game, Shane Victorino got a chance to say hello to everybody, including Ryan Howard. A little bit of embrace with these two friends. Once the game begins, doesn't matter how close you are with a guy. You're going to play as hard as you can to make the play. They'll open up their home schedule against the Kansas City Royals. It'll be Friday, April 5th at 4:05, Model Sporting Goods opening day. Then Saturday the 6th is Turkey Hill Kids opening night. The Jimmy Rollins replica Gold Glove Trophy for fans 14 and under. Get your tickets now by going to Phillies.com. There's that Gold Glove. Jimmy Rollins winning the Gold Glove last year for his play at shortstop. Shane Victorino won a couple of Gold Gloves as a member of the Phillies. And he made a heck of a catch on a ball hit by Ryan Howard. In between innings, Ryan Howard was yelling at Shane into the dugout, having some fun with him as he was going back to his position. And Victorino will lead it off, and it's 1 ball and no strikes.
See him yell, hey, try to get his attention there.
Victorino was stretching today before the ball game, before the Red Sox took batting practice. Charlie Manuel was trying to get his attention. And, of course, proceeded to rib Shane over and over and over again, which was funny.
What's up, Vic?
Hey, Vic, come on over here.
They threw him a real good changeup, swing and a miss, and Shane Victorino's always been a guy who loved to hit fastballs. I don't know whether Cliff's thrown a hook yet.
Little floater out toward left. That'll drop in front of Nix for a base hit. It's 4 hits now for the Red Sox in today's game. They're still going at it over there.
What are you doing, man? That'd be a double. You know I'm not going for 3, but I at least had 2.
Pedroia lines one to left field. He's got a base hit. Up to second goes Victorino. 5 hits now for the Sox. And they have first and second with nobody out for Napoli.
Well, he nailed that one. Did Pedroia? Victorino broke his bat and hit it off the end. But that ball was smoked. That would have been a 2-run homer if he got that one in the air. Liam mentioned earlier was really hitting his spots. Now more balls are towards the plate and getting hurt a little bit.
Phillies will set up to turn 2 at short and second. It's not a bad spot for that first pitch.
Yeah, that was a real good spot.
Line drive to left field. Nick's coming over. Ooh, he made a nice play to flag it down. Victorino's going to be held at third because he had stopped just to make sure Nick's didn't catch the ball. And the bases are now loaded with nobody out.
That was a tremendous reflex play there by Lance Nix in left field. Wow. That looked like it was going to be by him easily. That's another ball hit right on the nose, too. Watch this. As he reaches out and not only, well, I thought he was going to knock it down. He caught it and prevented a run from scoring. Victorino thought, as Tom said, there's a chance that ball could be caught on the fly. So you just don't want to get doubled on it because you have a chance to have the bases loaded, nobody out the way they do.
Middlebrook signaled his last time out. The Phillies play for 2. Swinging a miss and a change up 0-1.
Yeah, they're just trying to stay out of a big inning right now. As you say, Tom, play for 2 and give up a run.
Meanwhile, Lee is going to go for the strikeout here because he has a guy on deck that could hit into a double play in Johnny Gomes. Hit towards shortstop, off the glove of Rollins. That ball was hit hard. Victorino will score. Here comes Pedroia. He's going to score. And it's 5-0 in favor of the Red Sox. It's really surprising when Jimmy Rollins doesn't come up with a ball like that.
That thing was hammered.
Yeah.
Was he screened a little bit?
He might have been. But that ball was hit hard by Middlebrooks.
Yeah, and as you say, you're always surprised when he doesn't catch one. Maybe that base runner gets in the way a little bit. I don't know. It was just hit so hard that he misplayed it.
Well, still nobody out. Runners on first and third. 5-0 Red Sox. They charge an error to Rollins on that play.
And they'll give 1 RBI.
Yeah, 1 RBI for Middlebrooks on that. Johnny Gomes hit by a pitch his first time up, and it's 0-1. I think he was a little fooled on that curveball.
A little bit. That may have been the first one he's thrown. Nice job by Quintero. Called a changeup, it looked like, and just sold out on it when he saw it was going to be in the dirt and tried to block it, prevent any advance, keep the double play in order, and he did. Another one.
And again, he blocks it. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Gomes.
Another changeup.
And that pitch just missed somewhere.
He said it was low, and Quintero took it down with him too as he caught it. It's tough to get that pitch.
That was like a pretty good pitch.
Yeah. Well, 3 straight changeups. See if they run here with nobody out. There was another one.
And he got him. Doesn't run. 1 away here in the 3rd.
4 straight changeups.
You mentioned the Red Sox are a team of change, and their lineup this year compared to last year is drastically different. This is their projected lineup, and it includes Victorino in right field and Johnny Gomes in left field. Now that may change depending on how healthy Ortiz is. He's got a bad Achilles that's turned into a bad heel. But Saltalamacchia and David Ross will be the catchers, and Stephen Drew is battling concussion symptoms right now. He's listed as the shortstop. Bradley lines one to center. Revere is there, makes the catch. Tagging from 3rd is Napoli, and it's 6-0 Red Sox. Well, one game does not make an opening day roster, but the guy's got a pretty good swing.
Well, yeah, and he went after a first ball fastball. Looked like trying to hit a ball in the air. The way it's going to carry to the outfield, you have a heck of a chance to hit a fly ball deep enough to get a run in it, and he did.
Lavarnway grounded out to 3rd his first time up. Curveball chopped left side. Michael Young cuts it off, flips it to second, and the inning is over. But the Red Sox, for a second straight inning, scored 3 more runs. We've played 2.5. It's the Red Sox 6 and the Phillies nothing. WB Mason, you can't go wrong when you buy right. Last of the 3rd here in Bright House Field. Phillies down 6-0. 3 runs in the 2nd for the Red Sox, 3 in the 3rd. Well, we've seen the record broken for crowds here at Bright House Field on 2 different occasions. I think today may be the 3rd.
It looks like they're shoehorned in here today.
They really do.
Yeah.
I mean, they're everywhere.
Yeah, not the greatest day either.
By the way, the wind has shifted. It's now coming in from right center field. Am I right about that? Am I reading the flag?
Blowing out a ton.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Am I not seeing that properly?
It's still warm. Yeah, when it gets colder.
Oh, yeah, it is blowing. All right.
Yeah.
Check that.
That's all right.
The wind has not shifted.
No, not yet. Good, though.
Lance Nix takes a strike. It's 0-1.
It really would be hard to get shut out today.
Oh, there you go. The wind, the flags. It was an optical illusion. Inside, 1-1.
Sandy Koufax shows up or something, maybe, but This kid's doing a good job so far keeping the ball in the middle of the plate, though. You have to give him credit.
Swing and a miss, 1-2. He has got a very interesting motion, I think, for a starter. It almost looks like he's got a relief pitcher's motion. He has a high leg kick.
Yeah, he's a little herky-jerky. Big guy, though. 6'5". He's got some leverage.
It's not exactly Rob Dibble, but there's a big kick to it. And there's a lot of action with the glove and the leg together.
Oh, Dibble. He was scary for hitters.
Back toward the middle. They had him played perfectly. Iglesias retires Nix. One away.
They're playing Nix the way they had Utley. Howard is a dead pull hitter.
Oh, one out. Humberto Quintero's the hitter. We know that Workman is not part of the thoughts for the rotation this year. Maybe in the future. But they still have some decisions they have to make, right, Murph?
Well, absolutely. It's getting to that time, and I think they have a pretty good idea to the Red Sox of what they need to do. You guys talked about this being a team in transition. That goes right to the rotation as well, with some new faces there. Take a look at some of the numbers of what the guys did last year. Of course, John Lester, certainly not one of his best years, certainly something he's going to want to forget. John Lackey had a hard time getting on the field. And one of the new faces is Ryan Dempster. Now, the good news, guys, is this spring, this rotation has been pretty good. They are 9-3 with a 2.62 ERA so far during the spring. So Red Sox fans, and certainly I would imagine the front office, pretty happy with what they've seen so far out of this rotation. But, it remains to be seen. It certainly was a year that they want to forget last year. I think the addition of Ryan Dempster in this rotation will certainly help these guys, though.
It'll be interesting to see how he pitches at Fenway Park, numbers-wise. Their bullpen is better with Hanrahan as the closer. They've also made some other additions. If Andrew Bailey is healthy, he is a closer too, but he'll be a setup guy. And then Daniel Bard, they're still trying to figure him out and his mechanics. He's a hard-throwing right-hander that could help out of the bullpen too.
Yeah, those two guys are scheduled to pitch here today, Bailey and Bard.
Well, it all comes down to pitching. In fact, the Red Sox have said that about them. You can say that about any team.
Lee didn't want to do that.
But he did it well.
He did it well, and it's time to work on those things and practice them. And he puts a bunt down and gets the job done.
Sacrifice 5-4. There are 2 outs now for Ben Revere.
Somebody be hooting on Charlie. Why are you doing that? You're down by it's spring training and you're working on getting a bunt down off live pitching. But Lee wanted the back leg right there. Yeah. He's saying, boy, that ball's carried good today. At least when I throw it.
Ben Revere walked his only time up and then was caught stealing. 6-0 Red Sox.
Not a good runner at second, but with 2 outs, maybe a chance to score him. They certainly wouldn't foolishly throw home just for the heck of it with a 6-run lead and then allow another guy to move to second. At least you wouldn't think so.
To the count as Revere fights it off. A little high with that curve. 2-2. I guess you figure Workman will start in Double-A in Portland or Triple-A for the Red Sox. Last year we mentioned he spent most of the season in Single-A where he was 7-7. He did, however, get up to Double-A and pitch for the Portland Sea Dogs. Back toward the middle, right between his legs into center field, a base hit. Here comes Quintero on his way home. Victorino's throw sails right over the cutoff man, and Quintero is safe at the plate. Up to second goes Revere. It's a 6-1 ball game.
I don't know what to say. Just said you wouldn't throw home in that situation, and you have a 6-run lead and you don't want that guy to move into scoring position, but that's what happened. But we saw that before. There it is, the base hit up the middle. Now Shane knows that you don't throw this ball home. and over everybody, too, with a cutoff man with no chance. Now, Quintero, nobody told him to slide there, I don't think. I don't know whether Jimmy told him to slide or not, but that's just a bad play.
So 2 hits in the inning for the Phillies. Here's Rollins with a runner at second. And Rollins takes inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Rollins flied to right his first time up. They're making him work a little bit here in the third. Inside, 3-0. Gonna give him a spring training green light here, Wills, with Utley on deck.
I have no idea of strategy, Tom.
Getting to that point.
No, as you saw Lee Bunn in this inning, you're just practicing. Maybe.
Ball 4. That one was way inside. The Phillies have 2 on with 2 outs here in the third.
And nice at bat by Jimmy Rollins. They just try to get on base and see if he can pop one and get this a little closer.
So a trip to the mound. Now the Red Sox pitching coach is going to go out to the mound too to talk to the young right-hander. Juan Nieves is the pitching coach for the Red Sox. Subscribe to MLB.tv Premium today and watch over 150 select spring training games live. Plus every out-of-market regular season game live or on demand on over 250 mobile and connected devices. Visit Phillies.com for details. Opening day will be a week from today in Major League Baseball when the Astros take on the Rangers. That is now an American League West matchup between those two. Chase Utley's the hitter.
It's strange for Houston. They're going to be doing a lot of traveling.
It'll be a lot of travel and a lot of tough offensive teams they got to deal with.
Oh, my.
Utley takes up and in, 1-0. Phillies have gotten 1 back. They're looking for more, and Workman has lost the strike zone.
Yeah, up all of a sudden.
Towering fly ball. The wind is going to bring it back toward right field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Revere's going to score. Rollins goes to third. It's an RBI single, windblown for Chase Utley, and it's a 6-2 ball game.
Yeah, there'll be some more adventures out there today. They're really the right fielder who's Bryce Brent. That's the kind of play that he really has to make. This is no way for Dustin Pedroia. See, Utley really got jammed, just hits a big old pop-up, and now Pedroia goes out to where it should come down, but it doesn't even come close to that area where you think it would come down.
Let's see if the Phils can capitalize some more. They've scored 2. They've got 2 on for Ryan Howard, who flied out to deep center field his first time up.
See, I didn't think you'd get shut out today.
You didn't think so?
There's too many weird things going to happen here this afternoon.
Howard takes inside. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Howard with 6 home runs, 15 runs batted in, 13 runs scored so far this spring. His average up over 300.
Well, you know he's thinking of backlegging one right now, especially ahead in the count off a right-hander right over the top.
Utley started, stopped, and then took off again, and the ball fouled away over the third base side. 2-2 the count.
Yeah, he got fooled on the delivery there. Certainly don't want to get picked off in that spot. Maybe he thinks he should be at second base on that ball that was popped into the outfield. Really didn't see if anything happened there. Or...
Well, when he swung, he was kind of looking at it to see where it was at home plate.
Because it was an out, but, you know, hit one up there, and a lot of times you should be at second base.
2-2 the count to Howard. Utley broke again and then stopped. Pitches in the dirt. 3-2. He'll be going on this pitch.
Yeah, now it doesn't matter. He can just hang around. He really does not know when this guy's going to release the baseball.
Howard pops it up. Let's see what the wind does with this one. Middlebrooks backs up. Iglesias is there. Middlebrooks casually settles under it. Makes the catch. Side is retired. The Phillies do get 2. They collected 3 hits along the way. They leave a couple. On to the 4th we go. It's 6-2 Red Sox. Monday, April 8th, the Phillies will begin a 3-game series against the New York Mets. McDonald's opening week T-shirt for fans 15 and over. Plus Tuesday the 9th is a Hatfield Dollar Dog Night. Ordering your tickets is easy by going to Phillies.com. Well, we played 3 here at Bright House Field on a windy afternoon. Red Sox lead at 6-2. Bottom of the order scheduled to bat for the Red Sox, 9-1-2 against Cliff Lee.
And both pitchers have had to throw extra pitches to hitters because of the defense.
A little low with that first pitch. 1 ball, no strikes.
Although the ball to J-Roll was smoked, although that's a play you feel that he should make.
There's a strike, and it's 2-1. Cliff Lee throws today, and then we'll probably throw one of the games this weekend when the Phillies return home, take on the Blue Jays before he gets ready for his first start. He'll pitch game 3. At least that's the plan right now. Hamels, Halladay, Lee. At least that's the plan right now. to start the season. 2-2 the count. A late swing and a foul ball. Unfortunately, the ball girl is not down the right field line at this moment, so Dominic Brown will have to track that one down. There's Aaron Cook with the sunglasses on, sitting next to Roy Halladay. Cole Hamels next to him. Aaron's had a pretty good spring. The Phillies have a decision to make with him as to whether they want him to be a long man or if they're going to continue to stretch him out down in the minor leagues in case something happens with one of the pitchers in the rotation.
You always got to have somebody ready to go.
Line drive to right field. That'll drop for a hit. And that is the 7th hit for the Red Sox. And the 2nd hit of the day for Iglesias. Bryce Brent's now the batter. He's 0 for 1. He struck out in his only plate appearance.
Yeah, these guys seem to have pretty good at bats against Cliff Lee. Don't know whether or not at times he finds a little bit too much of the plate. Know that he does challenge a lot of hitters with the fastball.
Runner goes. The ball is fouled. And Iglesias will go back to first. Yeah, the first inning, Sarge, I thought his placement was really good with his fastball.
You know, not only that, though, too, you got to have that off-speed pitch that keeps them off of the fastball. And at times you can get away with it. But if you throw too many of them, especially in that same spot, they're going to start to connect.
Did he go? Yes, he did. And the base runner slips Iglesias between first and second. So the Phillies have him in a rundown. That's a good fake by Ryan Howard. Sounds strange, but you have to do that from time to time when you get a guy in a rundown. You have to, you have to get him to stop or, start in the direction towards you if you can.
Yeah, take a look at this too, though. That's a bad pitch. Yeah, got the check swing there on him. Now here's where you're talking about where he fell down. Usually they'll teach you not to fake, just to run him all the way. You see how he has it up? There's the fake there that Tom was talking about, but I think he automatically thought in his mind he was getting ready to come back toward the bag.
I thought you were going to say that they normally don't normally teach you not to fall down. I thought that's where you were going to go.
Come on, Tom. I'll teach you not to fall down. That's good.
Swing and a miss. Good breaking pitch. Second time today, Lee has gotten Bryce Brent. There are 2 outs here in the 4th. 5 strikeouts. Victorino's up. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, that's the pitch I think he can throw more, although you don't know what kind of strain it really puts on your elbow. But there's a Sandy Koufax-like curveball. Kind of 12-6. That's what happens, though, if you're looking for it. That particular pitch. Fastball comes in a little bit harder. And a little chin music. Well, that's not chin music. That's way over his head. Maybe one got away, huh?
I think he got away.
Okay.
To another count, Andrew Bailey out of Paul VI High School in Haddon Township, New Jersey, warming up in the bullpen. Victorino was a little out in front of that pitch.
Well, he's made himself into one heck of a player, and late in his career, Victorino, 3-time Gold Glove winner, made the All-Star a couple times. Great guy in the community. I think when you put all that together, almost more than just the stats alone, that Boston went out to pick him up.
There's a spinner out toward first, and Ryan Howard makes the catch. You think he's going to say anything to him as he goes by?
That's a grown man that hit that ball, Tom.
I don't know if he's going to say that, but he's going to say something. Red Sox go down quietly here in the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th in Clearwater. Baseball is brought to you by Citizens Bank, where good banking is good citizenship. Isn't it time you experience good banking? Bottom of the fourth inning, the Phillies down 6-2. Red Sox are going to their bullpen as we begin the home fourth. Michael Young, Dominic Brown, Lance Dix due up, and they'll face right-hander Andrew Bailey, former Rookie of the Year back in 2009, two-time All-Star with the Oakland Athletics. Red Sox picked him up in December of 2011. But in April of last year, Andrew Bailey needed to have reconstructive surgery on his right thumb. So he did not really have an impact on the Red Sox a season ago. They went out and got Joel Hanrahan. So he's working his way back as kind of a setup man, can close if they need him to. He fires a strike. This is a good kid right here, Andrew Bailey from South Jersey, Paul VI High School. And Michael Young takes strike two. It's 0-2.
Yeah. It seems like he throws the ball pretty hard. Two good fastballs inside. I think Michael Young this year will be tested on the inside part of the plate. Have to prove that he can continually pull the ball. He likes to hit the ball to right center and right field.
Well, there you go. He kind of shot that one to right field. Just talking with Ryan Sandberg today about his work with Michael Young over at third base. I said, what's the biggest thing you've been working on with him? And he said, from a defensive standpoint, it's the way he starts, how he's prepared. So if the ball's to his left, to his right, he's on the balls of his feet, he's low to the ground. You know, he said hitting wise, he's not worried about it. But he mentioned kind of the same things that you did, you know, about the challenges that he'll have offensively.
Yeah. You know, he kind of, for me, slaps the ball into right field. I thought it might be better if he looked to drive the ball hard up the middle, react if it's inside, and then you don't get the little loop when you hit the ball to right field. It fades toward that right field line.
Ground ball back toward the middle. Iglesias, nice play behind the bag.
If this kid could consistently hit, he'd play just about every day. That's a fine play. Anytime you make a play and you 360 turning all around and then to be able to throw the ball right where you want it, you know, you've practiced on that quite a bit. That's how you get good. See how he came off that ball too, just a little bit. Now watch this play in this arm. I mean, right on the money. So you know he's done that before.
Dominic Brown takes a strike. It's 0-1. Dominic flied out to left his first time up. He's 0 for 1. That dropped his average, Sarge, to 384.
Well, here's the guy that's just actually took the job away. It was up for grabs. Continues to show that he does have power. See what happens when the bell rings, but if this is any indication, this is like a diamond in the rough, especially when you talk about power, and then coming from your own organization just makes you feel that much better, especially the guys that have developed him in the minor leagues and coming up here.
Fly ball, shallow center field. Victorino started back. Now he comes in, dancing around the Seagulls. Yeah, there are 2 outs. That'll bring Lance Nix to the plate. I don't know, Sarge, the Seagulls, they're here a little early today.
Yeah, well, it's overcast. Usually they'll come in late after the game to do their cleaning up.
You got it all laid out, huh?
You see him in every stadium.
They're like wheels. They're not bothering anybody. They're just wandering around out there.
That's true.
Nix a swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Good pitch. Off speed.
The Ospreys are just settling in, though. They're content with going a different route to get their food. 2-1 the count to Lance Nix. Andrew Bailey's just 28 years old, so if he can come back from the thumb injury, which he should be able to, then he's going to be a pretty good asset for the Red Sox in the back of their bullpen.
Well, again, he seems to throw the ball hard. You got to keep it down if you have a decent breaking ball. Little cutter there.
Last year he appeared in 19 ball games for the Red Sox overall. High ERA, saved 6 games. I had a chance to be at a couple dinners with him after he won the American League Rookie of the Year. And as we said, he grew up in South Jersey, not too far from Philadelphia. Fly ball, shallow left field. Middlebrooks backpedaling. Here comes Jackie Bradley Jr. and he's swatted at it a couple times. And Nix just gets back ahead of the throw by Iglesias.
Well, he's a youngster, and he will learn there. The right idea, though, is to take every ball that you possibly can. I think, however, though, when you look up, Iglesias, I thought, was under the ball. See, there, he's camped under that right now. He gets called off. He does the right thing. As soon as you hear any voice at all, you got to get away. Take a look at that. Middlebrook, I should have said. Now, he's scampering back, Nix, and he has to get back pretty quick, too, or he would be out.
Well, they're going to score that at E7, so an error charge to Jackie Bradley. Here's Quintero. He hits that one foul. First base side. The wind's going to keep it in the yard. Whoa! And it's also going to keep it away from Mike Napoli. You like days like this, don't you?
Oh, yes. This is when it's going to get fun. I got a bad reputation in this kind of way. Let me tell you. Oh, boy.
Oh, it was all about the wind.
Now, I'm telling you now, when it's hit now, it is going to be caught. I mean, it's just nobody's going to want to call for the ball. Take a look at it as he thinks he has a beat. Oh, he was nowhere near the ball.
That ball was 5 rows deep in the seats and then came back, and Napoli had no chance.
Oh, boy.
That one's out of play. That's not coming back. Somewhere somebody in the parking lot is having trouble fielding it.
I tell you though, when it goes up and you think you should be able to catch it, what you're thinking now is that you don't want another ball to be hit there. Let him hit it to someone else. You'll take it on the ground if you can.
Billy thought that was a strike. He started walking off the mound. 1-2 the count.
Going to get that ball on the outside corner. That's where he's been trying to get Quintero out with. Somewhere hard, somewhere down.
Breaking ball, and he fouls it off the catcher, and he stays alive. Andrew Bailey, when he won the Rookie of the Year award back in 2009, had 26 saves for the A's. Followed that up with a 25 save season, and then a 24 save season. First 2 years, Sarge, his earned run average was under 2 in the American League.
That's pretty good. Maybe just not having the opportunity to save more.
Over towards shortstop. Iglesias flips the short way to get Nix. And the Phillies are retired here in the 4th. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and a whole lot of wins. We go to the 5th inning here in Clearwater with the Phillies down 4. Season ticket plans are now available by checking out Phillies.com. The Phillies have 17 and 14 game ticket plans. All plans feature great benefits, including ticket discounts and postseason options. Great way to enjoy the Phils with terrific promotions all throughout the season. Order now at Phillies.com. Now we start the fifth. Red Sox lead it 6-2. And Cliff Lee, who's allowed a 3-run home run in this ball game and then 2 unearned runs in the third. We'll go back to work against Dustin Pedroia, who's 1 for 2.
Well, one of my favorite players in the National League, simply because he gives you all he has every time he is on the field. And just by being in that third position, you know what kind of heart he has.
You got a player from your era that he reminds you of? Is there anybody that stands out from when you played?
Well, I mean, Glenn Hubbard was short like that, but Glenn Hubbard did not have the power that Pedroia has, and he didn't win an MVP. I think in 08, Pedroia won an MVP.
Yeah.
Likes to call himself the laser show when he's at batting practice, and he hits a lot of lasers.
One-two pitch to Dustin Pedroia in the dirt, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, he said he's not a big guy, but he does generate an awful lot of bat speed.
I mean, just think about it, though. At second base, for him to be a most valuable player, which I believe that award was in 08.
Out to right field, Dominic Brown is there. 1 away. Mike Napoli's coming up. It's time for a special report from Greg Murphy. Tune in, Sarge. This is a big one. Go ahead, Murph.
Well, yeah, it's absolutely a big one because tomorrow, guys, is a very special day in Phillies history. And I'm not sure, Tom or Sarge, if you know what that day is. March 25th. What happened on that day in Phillies history,
Well,
Sarge?
I have an idea. Sarge, do you know what happened that day?
Just a little joke again?
No, it's not a joke. It's
No,
all seriousness.
No, I don't. I don't remember what happened that day.
Well, what did I tell you?
Your life was changed that day.
On March 25th, 1981, the Philadelphia Phillies acquired Gary Sarge Matthews from the Atlanta Braves in a trade for Bob Walk. And the Phillies' history has been changed forever.
Wow.
Because of that.
You know, Murph, I saw that note saying Gary Sarge Matthews.
Yeah.
But as we all know, he wasn't Sarge when he was traded to the Phillies.
That's a real good point.
Thank you, Sarge.
That's right.
Thank you,
Boy,
sweetness.
Unbelievable. Well, that's, let's face it, that's when the Phillies' fortune actually changed quite a bit. Started getting a lot of winning baseball around there for a few days.
They did win the World Series in 80. Let's not forget.
Yeah.
Well,
Sarge.
yeah.
But other than that, you're right.
Well,
You're
bad luck in coming in 81, but, you know.
Well, you know what? We should point out that, of course, in 1983, the Phils went to the World Series. You were the NLCS MVP as well. Take a look at some of the numbers that Sarge put up in his career in Philadelphia. 395 games, 38 home runs, and 200 RBIs for the Sarge in a Phillies uniform. And it all changed on March 25th, 1981.
Murph, did you see how, as that ball's hit back toward the middle, Rollins can't get to it. You see how he didn't know what it was, but then automatically was able to fill in little bits and pieces about how important it was that the Phillies did make that trade.
He just knew he changed something in March. That's all. For the better, of course.
I got to tell you, though, I remember like it was yesterday when I was traded and getting over here to be able to play with the players that I did with Pete Rose and the guys. It's just unbelievable. Really.
Well, everybody's life in Philadelphia was changed, Sarge.
That's
right. That's why when you signed all those books today, you didn't look up at all. There was a line the whole time.
I'm telling you, did you happen to come by? I was telling Murph he should have done a show over there.
I really should have. You know, Sarge, as a 12-year-old kid growing up in Philadelphia, you were one of my favorite players. So,
Did he say 12?
So that day means a lot
12,
to me,
yeah,
too.
He was 12.
Yeah, I was
thank
12.
you, Murph.
He's aging gracefully.
I really appreciate that. Thanks a lot.
1-0 the count to Will Middlebrooks. But it's 2 balls and no strikes. You know, Bob Walk's life has changed now totally since that trade as well.
Well, I mean, that wasn't a great trade for the Braves. I mean, let's just call it the way it is. I mean, when you look at the trade, you hopefully that you're the bigger part of it. When you talk about Larry in trades, he starts to really curl up because of being traded from Boston. So
somehow we had to get back to Larry on this one, Murph.
I'm just saying.
I think Larry would like you to keep him out of your shtick.
Yeah, that's exactly. Larry and Wheels would like you to keep him out of the shtick.
I know, but I was just kind of comparing that.
I got you.
I enjoyed it where he did not enjoy it, and he still doesn't enjoy it. Talking about the trade.
Toward the alleyway in left center field. That's going to split the gap, go to the wall. Let's see if Napoli can score. They're going to put the stop sign up. Runners on second and third with one man down here in the fifth inning. Brian Butterfield, the third base coach. I mean, we want to talk about a third base coach that was way down the line. If I'm a base runner, I'm thinking, where the heck is the guy?
Yeah, that's where you want to focus. And let's face it, though, he gets a better look and angles at the outfield to see exactly where the ball is coming in. Take a look at the location, catching a little bit too much of the plate as it splits the gap. But once it's in the gap there, I mean, you're just off and running. Third base coach again will come all the way down and take a better look.
So runners in scoring position for the Red Sox. They scored 3 in the second, 3 in the third. And now Johnny Gomes, who they threw one changeup after another at, his last time up, will be the batter. Swing and a miss. He threw him another changeup. 0-1 the count. Field is in. Gomes fouls it down the left field line. Head onto the concourse. Good pitch. Throws that breaking ball. Gomes is rung up for the second time today. 6 strikeouts for Cliff Lee.
I tell you, he can use that pitch more often. Again, the break on it just makes it difficult to hit. And especially when you see him, they're getting hits after hits. He needs to be able to go to a different pitch.
Throw a breaking pitch to Jackie Bradley Jr., who's 1 for 2, or I should say 1 for 1.
This kid's going to be obviously a good player. Coming from A ball to Double A, had to jump to Double A, and the kid to the major leagues. Boy, I got to tell you, you're going to start to find more and more younger players getting and coming into the major leagues, just like you do in some of the other sports, particularly even in basketball. The players of today are much, much stronger. They're not in awe of any of the guys throwing these days.
1-2 the count. Breaking ball swung on, missed, and Cliff Lee gets back-to-back strikeouts to wrap up the fifth inning. 7 strikeouts for Lee, no runs, 2 hits, and 2 men left in scoring position. Well, we said tomorrow is the anniversary of the Sarge coming to Philadelphia. Who could forget the National League Championship Series against the Los Angeles Dodgers back in 1983? You know, Jerry Royce and Steve Yeager aren't going to forget it. The Sarge will always be remembered. That's right. Wow. The fifth inning here in Clearwater. It's Red Sox 6, the Phillies 2. Now the Red Sox have a new pitcher. It's right-hander Daniel Bard who will take over for Andrew Bailey. Bailey throws an inning and does not allow a hit or a run. Doesn't walk anybody, doesn't strike anybody. But Bard, 6 games so far this spring, an earned run average of 4.5. He has 7 strikeouts and 6 innings of work. And he'll face Cliff Lee to start things off.
Now, this is the part of the game that Cliff Lee loves to hit. Used to be upright a little bit more last year. He's bent over now, sort of kind of changed his stance there a little.
Every good hitter tinkers with their stance, Sarge.
Yeah, well, they're obviously have that little competition, being able to get runners over in the game, being able to get base hits, driving in runs. We'll find out who actually won that contest last year. I would think it'd have to be Cole Hamels.
Well, they did tinker with it a little bit, but I still think it was Cole. They tinkered with how they got the points. 1-2 the count. Lee bunted his first time up. Jonathan Papelbon was scheduled to pitch the 9th inning today, which was by design, but it looks like he's going to be the next one out of the bullpen. Could be because of the inclement weather in the area.
Yeah, that's a good point. You're going to want him to get his work in. Obviously, you'd like him to be more toward the end so he can start to get in that little bit of a feeling there where he has the adrenaline flowing. But the most important thing is for him to get his work in and face, hopefully, the major league hitters.
So we're going to miss one away here in the 5th inning. And that'll bring Ben Revere to the plate. Sarge, they've tinkered with Daniel Bard's mechanics a little bit. He's having a tough time adjusting to it. They feel like his fastball will still be the same velocity-wise, but his arm angle is a little different than it was. This is a guy who he can throw hard. There's no doubt about it. They dropped it down, it looks like almost 3/4.
Yeah. Well, anytime any of the pitching coaches, they do that, it's for the best for the players. They see a little bit of a flaw as it paints the outside part of the plate. I tell you, I really like Ben Revere there at the top of the lineup. And the reason that I do is because he works the count here early on, having seen him swing at a lot of bad pitches. The more pitches he's able to see, that just helps the other guys out, especially the on-deck hitter. Again, J-Ro has a tendency, at least he has over the years, to swing at that first pitch. I've seen a lot of pop-ups when that has happened.
And he bunts it toward the right side. That'll be a tough play. Pedroia gets to it quickly, throws it right on by Napoli. Revere will go to at least second. He's peeking over his shoulder, and he'll stop there. That'll be a base hit for Ben Revere. He's been trying to do that all spring, Sarge.
Yeah. That's an excellent bunt there. Almost a little too hard, but it's bang, bang. Anytime he bunts it toward second base, he puts a lot of pressure on the second baseman there. Pitcher not able to get it, and you have to just almost barehand that ball and coming in with the speed that he has. You can see where he's just almost down halfway when that ball is hit. And again, you're running and trying to time it, and these are the situations that he can create. And now you got a chance to get a run with 2 more hitters here that he has to face. He's always got that smile, fans. Get used to that.
Yep. Well, that should be a base hit in an E4 to allow him to go to second base.
That's a good call.
Jimmy Rollins, the batter, he's 0 for 1. Walked his last time up. Flied out to right his first time up. And Rollins behind 0-1.
Now take a look when he bunts the ball there. Now watch when it lands where he is. I mean, almost 3/4 there that he's there, maybe even a little bit more. But again, you have to put a perfect throw in order to get him, and he'll get hits off of those. 2 good pitches, one inside, one outside on J-Row. These are the kind of runs that when you're down, you want to be able to chip away, pick up these type of runs. When in the 9th inning, your work is not as hard. It's a good pitch.
Yep, swing and a miss. Rollins down on the slider. 2 strikeouts for Bard. And then Chase Utley will be the batter. Utley was credited with a base hit his last time up.
Wow. Those are pitches that he's throwing. Not the ones that you want to swing at first pitch. And keep the ball down low. And always make sure you don't have as much damage, even if a hitter hits the ball up in the zone, you have problems. Ooh. And when you haven't faced the pitcher before and you see the way that it moves, that's what puzzles the hitter. That's why Chase is looking and going like, wow, you sure that was a strike? A lot of movement on it. Appeared to be a 2-seamer, which moves away from that left-handed hitter.
It was just a played off fastball right there. It's 1-2.
That 4-seamer, go ahead. Yeah.
The ball was jumping. He's got a good arm.
Well, you can always tell the difference, though, you know, again, in the pitches just on velocity and whether or not you get the movement. You know that was a 4-seamer because it was straight and hard.
Utley pulls it foul down the first base line.
Well, we seem to have lost one of our ball girls here today.
I think there's only one. I think she's alternated from one side to the other.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think she keeps moving from the left field line to the right field line.
Forgot to take the chair, though.
Well, she's going to go back. She doesn't want to carry it all the way around.
Well, there's a pop-up or a fly ball.
That's an excellent point. I think whoever's in the first row is going to have to move it. You know, that's a really good point, Sarge.
Well, I mean...
Check swing. Did he go? No. The ball goes past the catcher, and over to third goes Revere.
I think he does that as good as anybody in the league, Chase Utley, on that check swing. Appears to be able to almost stop it right in motion.
Another ground ball foul. Oh, man. That had to hurt that guy's hands.
Yeah, well, they got to go on and give it to him. I mean,
well, he's going to get it himself, but that had to hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the kind that hurt the next day.
She was just getting up, making sure everything was okay down there.
Oh, boy.
Off the end of the bat, a flare to left field. That'll bring home Ben Revere. An RBI single for Utley, his second RBI of the day. Well, it's obvious that Bard is very difficult to pick up, and Chase just put the bat on the ball and just laid it into left field.
That's just good hitting right there. being able to fight those off. Pretty good pitch, too, that he ended up hitting. And what he's doing, taking exactly what the pitcher is giving him. Take a look at how the ball breaks away. Little two-seamer takes something off of it, and he followed it right away as he pokes it right into left field for an RBI.
Well, now Ryan Howard's up. It's a 6-3 ball game with Utley over at first. And Howard a swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
How you're going to get back into the game, picking up those 2-out RBIs. And all of a sudden somebody hits one out, you're right back in the game.
He's back without a tag. Red Sox do have bullpen action because Bard's up to 21 pitches. Sean Henn is warming up. Left-hander out of the Yankees organization. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. There goes Utley. Outside is the pitch and no throw. And a stolen base for Chase. Now he's in scoring position.
Very aggressive. You see him sliding in, and that's really what you want to see him doing. His legs look great this spring. A lot of bounce in them. You want to try and get guys in scoring position. A little bounce up slide. He had an excellent jump, which permitted him to steal that bag.
There's Henn throwing in the pen. Behind him, Papelbon continues to throw for the Phillies. 2-1 the count to Howard. Howard hits it foul and out of play. It's 2-2. Well, this is I don't even think this was win-aided. This is just really a strong man.
You're right, because he was so off balance there. The one thing he did do, kept those hands back. When you do that, you can generate some power as opposed to bringing them kind of in front of your body and off balance. Can't generate power that way.
2-2 the count. Swing and a miss, and Bard gets Howard. Ryan's 0 for 3 this afternoon. The Phillies do get a run on the RBI single by Chase Utley, so they're within 3 as we go to the 6th here in Clearwater. It's the ultimate water cooler conversation about everything you need to know. It's eye-opener, but it's a different kind of morning news show. Weekday mornings from 6 until 8 right here on PHL 17. 6-3, Red Sox lead it. Cliff Lee goes back to work as we begin the The top of the 6th inning, the bottom of the order is due up for the Red Sox. It has started to rain here in Clearwater. I don't think we've really been affected that much this spring by the rain. Sarge, we haven't had any stoppages here.
No, this is a little bit of a sprinkle.
So the folks heading toward the concourse, putting their ponchos on. Umbrellas have popped up. And as we go to the 6th, Ryan Lavarnway, the catcher, will lead it off for the Red Sox. Lee has thrown 85 pitches so far, so he's got himself pretty well stretched out for the start of the season. And first pitch over for strike. It's 0-1.
Well, that's what most of the staffs try and do, get that pitcher up to where they're throwing about 6 innings and then go on and build on that. This is something that they do every single year. Closers obviously don't have to throw as many innings as the starter.
Curveball hit back toward the mound. Lee off the hill. Throws a little low. That was kind of awkward. But Ryan Howard is able to dig it up. Dig it out, I should say, for the first out.
That was a little change up as Rich Dubie's going out now. And that's probably the pitch count that he has for Lee.
Well, he's at 88 pitches.
Seeing how he feels.
The door is open in the bullpen.
Yeah, well, and that's the indication there.
Yeah, Papelbon was kind of walking around, and now he's coming in. So we've got a pitching change here at Bright House Field. Cliff Lee's afternoon is done. He leaves with the Red Sox up 6-3. We'll be back after this. Now available by going to Phillies.com. 17 and 14 game ticket plans. All plans feature great benefits, including ticket discounts and postseason options. It's a great way to enjoy Phillies baseball and terrific promotions throughout the course of the regular season. One out here in the top of the 6th, and Jonathan Papelbon is the new pitcher for the Phillies. So Cliff Lee goes 5 1/3, allows 6 runs, 4 of those runs earned. He does strike out 7, hits 1 batter. Papelbon 1-1 at 12.71 ERA, and he'll face Iglesias with a third baseman on the grass, Michael Young, and he shoots it the other way, a base hit. Well, he's 3 for 3.
That's solid, hitting the ball into right field as opposed to it on a little bit of a loop. That's looking for a pitch on the outside part of the plate, going out and getting it and staying right with it. Good hit it.
That'll bring Bryce Brents to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. He came on for Jacoby Ellsbury, who left with an apparent injury, maybe as a precaution earlier.
Well, that guy stays hurt.
Yeah.
Just maybe a lot of bad luck. Obviously, a good player. Good player when he can stay on the field. Hasn't been able to do that over the last several years. Early on, though, in his career, fine center fielder.
Talking with Papelbon today, he said that he was going to pitch the 9th inning, and it would be the 2nd straight game that he would do that, kind of get himself prepared for that part of the game.
Yeah.
As we said, that the weather sort of dicey. He probably just wanted to get him in before there was any chance of some rain that could cause the game to be halted.
Yeah, I mean, very important, though, for him to face, you know, live hitters. I mean, to face hitters in game situation to prepare him for the season coming.
And when you say live hitters, you mean guys that are going to be on the major league roster?
Yeah, as opposed to just the minor league guys, where he can still get up for the major league guys and throwing to them.
I think by pitching him in the 9th inning, it's just, you know, the feel of the game.
Yeah.
You know, the feel of the situation.
And the most important thing, obviously, is to make sure that he gets his innings that are pitches, too, though, that Rich Doobie, pitching coach, wants him to have.
2-1 the count to Brents. Ground ball back toward the middle. That should be 2. Rollins to the bag for 1. And it's an easy double play. And that will do it for the 6th inning. I'm not sure if Papelbon realized that was the final out. But the inning comes to a close. No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Phillies down 6-3 against the Red Sox. Ball is brought to you by the Quality Plus Ford stores. Go further. And by Xfinity, the official HD triple play provider of your Philadelphia Phillies. Well, the rain has picked up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, we can play through this.
You think we can, Sarge?
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, this is really the first time that that it's rained this hard while there's been a game going on. The fans are trying to stay as dry as possible.
Ball girls, too.
Ball girls, too.
Towels over their heads.
Yep. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Michael Young will lead it off against Sean Henn, who's the new pitcher for the Red Sox. And the first pitch to Michael Young, taken outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Young is 0 for 2. He grounded out to short his first time up and his second time up. His average of 273 for the spring. 1-1 the count.
I know he'll be able to, to hit the ball. What we're talking about is being able to drive that ball, especially on some of those fast balls. Oh, there they are. Got the dew taken care of.
Yeah.
And, that's the most important thing, though. I mean, obviously, you come here, you want to take care of the hair.
Outside, 3-1 the count.
You and I don't have to worry about that.
No, we do not. We're okay with that.
Oh, yeah. Mine's my choice.
I know it is.
Okay.
We've explained that time and time again.
All right. Well.
Outside, ball 4, Young's aboard. Well, the rain has lightened up, so that was a very quick burst. And that'll bring Dominic Brown to the plate. Sean Henn, former 26th round pick by the Yankees back in 2000. So far this spring, just 1 inning. This is only his 2nd appearance for the Red Sox. He has not pitched in the major leagues since 2009. First appeared in the major leagues in 2005. Last year he was with Seattle's AAA affiliate in Tacoma. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1 to Dominic Brown, who's 0 for 2.
Well, he'll be getting his chance to, I would think early on anyway, to play every day against left-handers and right-handers, and will have to prove that he can't hit the left-handers.
Back toward the middle, that might be 2. Boy, good hands at shortstop. All the way around, 6-4-3 double play. Iglesias to Pedroia.
That is classic. I mean, just flipping it right in the area. And obviously, this is why you talk about it so much. This is why you practice it so much, where it just becomes automatic, those double plays. Take a look at it. There's that little flip right there in the area. Nice exchange, nice turn.
The ball jumped at the last moment, too.
Well, they have good hands. Those shortstops, let's just face it, most of them have good and soft hands, meaning that the ball can take a bad hop, and hands are soft enough to be able to take that blow and flip that over.
0-1 the count to Lance Nix. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out. He's also reached on an error.
Omar Vizquel there, who I believe retired. Nobody did it better.
He did retire. He's now an infield instructor.
Well, they like staying around the game quite a bit once they're gone. I mean, a lot of the players. I know Manny Trio, when he stopped, he wanted to remain in the game, and more so in the minor leagues as an infield instructor, because he felt that he had more to offer there. The kids would listen to him a lot more.
You know how hard it is, Sarge. I mean, you went through the same thing. It's hard to stop being part of the game.
Yeah, well, it is, definitely.
I mean, I'm sure that's why you got into coaching.
Yeah, I like coaching quite a bit.
Iglesias, a fine play, and a spin and a throw in time to get Lance Nix. Phillies go down quietly in there after the 6th inning. Well, that kid has some pretty good tools out there at shortstop. This one, he ventures all the way on the second base side of the diamond and makes a strong throw to get Nix by a couple steps.
Bob Singer's got that right.
Sure does.
It's either against the wind, with the wind. There's a lot of wind here today, and it's wreaked some havoc with some pop-ups and fly balls. 6-3 ball game as we go to the 7th inning. Boston Red Sox jumped off to a 6-0 lead. Phillies have cut it in half, and still ways to go in this one. And here's where we got to it with our game summary on a sold-out crowd here this afternoon at Bright House Field. Just had a little spritz, didn't last very long. That's a good sign. Jackie Bradley Jr., good-looking young player. Red Sox have to be very happy with his spring. A 3-run home run to left center, and he's also knocked in a run with a sac fly. Brandon Workman was impressive in his 3 innings. Chase Utley a couple hits and 2 RBIs, and that is the line on Cliff Lee. Jonathan Papelbon for 2/3, and Tom, now Michael Stutz in the game.
Michael Stutz still on the roster battling for a bullpen spot. John Mayberry's in left field now for the Phillies. Kevin Franzen, meanwhile, comes in to play third base as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Shane Victorino's the batter. Victorino's 1 for 3 today. Phillies still have a battle going on these last few days for a couple spots in their bullpen. I think part of Stutz being here is that they want to keep looking at him and seeing how he's bouncing back from the arm problems that he had last year. He is healthy. 8 strikeouts and 8 2/3 so far this spring. And he throws high. It's 3 balls and no strikes. And Quintero going out to the mound to talk to the right-hander. Victorino last year overall had 11 home runs and 55 runs batted in. He was hitting .261 with 9 homers when the Phillies traded him to the Dodgers. And he's taken all the way. It's 3-1. Outside, ball 4. Victorino's aboard. The leadoff walk here in the 7th inning. Mark your calendars now for the first 2 Hatfield Dollar Dog Nights at the ballpark. Tuesday, April 9th and Monday, April 22nd. Tuesday the 9th is against the Mets. The 22nd is against the Pirates. Order your tickets now by going to Phillies.com. Victorino has been lifted from the ball game for a pinch runner. And Shannon Wilkerson is on to take over at first base. As Dustin Pedroia takes a strike. It's 0-1. Pedroia is 1 for 3 today. Strikeout, single to run scored, and a fly out to right. Quintero throws behind the runner, and he gets back. Probably get a share of guys this year by doing that.
That's always been his MO, is to throw behind runners. Best ever probably was Ivan Rodriguez. He used to say, do not drop your head when you're out there when Pudge was out there. Molina's good right now, Yadier Molina, but I can't believe anybody was ever better at that than Pudge.
Pretty good breaking pitch from Stutz. 1-2 the count.
And guys like that just look for runners. When you say drop their head a little bit, they're just going to walk back to the bag, put their head there. That's when they throw it.
Hey, I still be here. Water. Be nice.
Out of play, and it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stutz last year threw 5 2/3 innings for the Phillies before his shoulder started barking. They wound up shutting him down, and then as the season moved on, he had arthroscopic surgery on that right shoulder. He had a nice start to his big league career a couple of years ago. Not a big guy, but has a pretty good pop on his fastball.
Yeah, and he started to lose a little bit of that, and also getting more pitches in the middle of the plate and up, and that's when you really start to get hurt.
Out towards second base on one hop. Utley's got it. That could be two. Rollins is flipped. That's a tough flip. In time to get Pedroia.
We don't teach that. Pedroia doesn't run as well as he did at one time, but still, that's an amazing play by Jimmy Rollins. As Tom calls it, it's a flip. Watch, Chase Utley gets it to him. No legs, just flip. That's really hard to do. Get anything on a throw like that when you don't use your legs.
Well, 2 outs, and that'll bring Napoli to the plate. Napoli is 2 for 3 today. 2 singles, a run scored. Takes a slider for a strike. Ramirez throwing in the bullpen for the Red Sox. Now the 0-2 pitch coming from Stutz. It's hard through the hole on the left side. That's his 3rd hit of the day. Napoli is aboard with 2 away.
You get pitches up to hitters like Napoli, they can crush it. And that ball, he just happened to line. If he hits it in the air, that's a long one. He'll depart after a 3-hit game.
Yeah, so Napoli is done. Moro Gomez is going to take over at first base. And Will Middlebrooks, who's been on base 3 times today, singled and scored his first time up, reached on an error in the 3rd, and then doubled in the 5th. That's going to loop it to right center field. Revere on his horse. He dives and he makes the catch. What a play by Ben Revere. You want to talk about closing speed. He closed perfectly and then left his feet and pulled it in for the final outs. Boy, watching this, once the ball left the bat, I didn't think he had a chance to get to it. That's pretty good athleticism right there. Bottom of the 7th here at Bright House Field. And Ben Revere has been known as a Gold Glove caliber outfielder, and we've seen little glimpses this spring, but this takes the cake.
Yeah, he's really going to be good out there. Fans are going to love this guy. He's very fast. He's very instinctive. You know, we haven't seen a lot of him, whether about going back on balls, near walls, all the kind of things you're going to see. But one thing you can't help but notice, you look up and he's already moving. And that's a sign of a great outfielder, is they have that kind of anticipation that they're on the run when the ball is hit.
Well, he's going to get a chance to bat here in the 7th inning. Jimmy Rollins, he got a pretty good view of that jump by Ben Revere. And he's joking with him right now.
One thing that you notice on that replay, and that was a great replay we just had, is the way he protected his arm and hand, too, when he hit the ground. And that's really important for an outfielder, and they can't always do it. But you have to somehow not let your arms get tucked underneath of you when you dive like that, because that's how you get hurt. And he did a really good job of anticipating everything, protecting his body.
He's going to be a good one. And before it's all said and done, he's going to win a Gold Glove in the National League. There's no doubt about it.
The fans are just going to love to watch him play because he plays with that smile, too.
0-2 the count to Humberto Quintero as we begin the 7th inning. And a line drive, foul.
This is what we're talking about now. Look at that, how he does it with his hand. The one hand he puts out nice and flat when he hits the ground. The other one he tucks the glove hand. He got it so that he was able to keep it. The turf didn't knock it loose, and he didn't bend underneath. And like I said, they can't do that all the time. But some guys are more instinctive than others in doing it.
Yeah, there's no chance of jamming his wrist or his hands or anything like that.
Right.
Fastball hit foul by Quintero. Changes for the Red Sox. Over at third base, Drew Sutton takes over for Middlebrooks. Bogarts is the new shortstop. He's one of their prized prospects. Brock Holt, who they picked up this offseason, is at second base. And Gomez stays in the game. He's over at first. Quintero hits one back toward the middle. Right, Bogarts throws him out, one away. Shannon Wilkerson is in center field. They came on a pinch run for Shane Victorino. And Ramirez, we mentioned, is the new pitcher for the Boston Red Sox. Noe Ramirez, 7th round pick, or 4th round pick, I should say, in the 2011 draft by the Red Sox out of Los Angeles, California. He is out of Cal State Fullerton, a great baseball program. 2-7 last year in 16 games with Greenville, an ERA of 4.15, and he's got a pretty live arm. Here's John Mayberry up for the first time. And Mayberry did get a piece of it, unless it was a swing and a miss, and it was just dropped by the catcher. Michael Young signing some autographs.
Make sure you get to the Bachelorette down there. She's right there.
I think there's a Bachelorette down there, Wheels.
Wait later.
Swing and a miss. Mayberry down on strikes. A good breaking pitch. Yeah, there are 2 outs. And we go back to the top of the order. Wheels, we received news the other day that our good friend Bernie Leman, who's our center field camera operator at Citizens Bank Park, great guy. We have so much fun with all the guys that work and gals that work on our crew. But Bernie's lovely wife, Patty, passed away last Thursday. Bernie and Patty married for 47 years. She was a huge Phillies fan, Eagles fan, everything Philadelphia. A great mom, a great wife, a great grandma. And our thoughts and prayers go out to the Leman family. Bernie, as we said, is one of the great guys, and get a chance to meet his family over the years, and just really special people.
Yeah, really sad. Really sorry to hear that, because you say Bernie is. We're really lucky with the men and women that work with us. There's so many people that put this show on all the time, and he's one of the special guys that spent a lot of time talking with. Loves the center field camera, gives us that great shot all the time, and one of those guys that loves to talk baseball. Yeah. You walk in and you see Bernie before the game, and he'll start talking about the game and this, that, and the other thing. It's not a job for Bernie. It's a love when he comes there. So we're really sorry to hear about that.
Ben Revere out to left field. Jackie Bradley Jr. tracks it down. 1, 2, 3. Go the Phils here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Well, one thing that Patty would certainly have been looking forward to was opening day 2013. And as we begin another season, there's no doubt she'll be in our hearts and in our minds as we get ready. is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. Well, we go to the top of the 8th inning here at Bright House Field, and Michael Stutz will begin his second inning of work. Jeremy Horst is warming up in the bullpen for the Phillies. They may go to him at some point in this inning. Johnny Gomes will lead it off. There's Jeremy. Johnny Gomes 0 for 2. He's hit by a pitch. Takes strike one. It's 0-1. Gomes' numbers this spring, we mentioned last year, 18 home runs, 47 RBIs. And it's 0-2. You know, when they signed him this past offseason, I wondered if he could play left field with the Green Monster. You know, there's no doubt he can hit. But defensively, you wonder if he's able to handle. That's a very difficult place to handle anything. As John Mayberry's out toward the track and he makes the catch.
Yeah, well, you have to learn to play the caroms, that's for sure. I would imagine it takes a lot of practice to learn where those balls hit up there and then what happens.
Michael Stutz looks like he's done. Jeremy Horst has been warming in the bullpen. Jackie Bradley Jr. is due up. And it looks like Rich Doobie's going to make a pitching change. So we're in the top of the 8th inning. One man down. The Phillies down 6-3. And Jeremy Horst is coming in.
Suits aren't just worn 9 to 5.
To play center field for the Phillies on a double switch. Jeremy Horst is going to be the new pitcher as Jackie Bradley Jr. is due up for Boston. 9 games so far for Horst, 1-0. His earned run average is inflated because of one outing against the Orioles. A 6.35 ERA, 8 strikeouts in 11 and a third inning so far. So nobody on with one man down as Bradley's coming up. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph?
All right, thank you much, T-Mac. Let's get you caught up on what's happening around Major League Baseball with some news and notes. And we'll start off by talking about the Cincinnati Reds. Well, former starter here in the spring, but going back to his normal role. Aroldis Chapman is headed back to the bullpen. The Reds saying it gives them the best chance to win, they believe. He had 38 saves with an ERA of 151 last year. Certainly good in the back end of the bullpen. The Yankees announced that Derek Jeter would not play in today's game in Tampa. He was sore after getting 4 at-bats yesterday. At this point, opening day may be a problem for the Yankees captain. And Major League Baseball has announced they will honor the 26 victims of the shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School. All 30 clubs will wear a patch on their uniform for their opening series. They'll also observe a moment of silence, and each team will also be able to do what they want in order to honor those victims as well. So Major League Baseball not forgetting what happened, believe it or not, 100 days ago tomorrow. Guys?
It's amazing. It's a day that we'll always remember. The patch features the official seal of the town of Newtown along with a black memorial ribbon with 26 stars on that patch in honor of the 26 victims on that tragic day, as Jeremy Horst just brushed aside Jackie Bradley Jr.
Yeah, that's something that you know, they'll take a close look at too about Jackie Bradley Jr., how he hangs in there against left-handers. Now, Cliff Lee is a guy he's not a real nasty left-hander. Horst is. That's what Horst tries to do, is come down, drop down, get strikeouts, situation type left-hander. He had a very different approach to Horst than he did to, say, Cliff Lee earlier.
Ground ball toward third. Great play by Kevin Franzen. Low throw, dug out by Howard. Side is retired. Horst does his job. He throws 2 pitches. Barely breaks a sweat. Middle of the 8th. It's the Red Sox 6, the Phillies 3. Take on the New York Mets. It's McDonald's opening week t-shirt, free to fans 15 and over. There's the t-shirt right there. It's got the McDonald's logo on the back. Got a couple other things. Make your plans now. Order your tickets by going to Phillies.com. Get a chance to see Ben Revere play center field for the Phillies. That's a treat all by itself. As Ben's day is done, he's signing some autographs as he works his way down the left field line. Pretty good day for Ben. He scored a couple runs, had a bunt single, 2 hits overall. And as he signs some autographs, Jimmy Rollins will lead it off for the Phillies. Daniel Butler is in the ballgame as the catcher for the Red Sox. Jared Saltalamacchia and David Ross will be the 2 catchers for Boston as we enter 2013. Rollins 0 for 2. That's 1 ball and no strikes.
The regulars getting some extra at bats today. Revere had 4. Rollins is going to have 4. Utley's going to have 4.
Yeah, and tomorrow the Phillies are only over in Dunedin, so there'll probably be a lot of guys going over for that game too. But there's not many guys left in camp, so that's why everybody's getting more at bats.
And it's that time of spring training where you can give them some more.
Yeah, the Phillies have some decisions to make once today is over with. Today is the day that if the Phillies do not keep Yuniesky Betancourt, that he can opt out and become a free agent. And there are teams around baseball that would probably be interested in Betancourt's services, whether it be the Cardinals, the Yankees. And the list goes on and on.
Dodgers, maybe.
Yeah, Dodgers.
They have somebody.
You know, they have D. Gordon that they can put there.
Right.
But with Henley Ramirez being out for 8 weeks because of the thumb injury. Here's ball 4. Rollins draws a walk for the 2nd time today. But the Phillies could keep Yuniesky Betancourt. He's had a fantastic spring. You figure he's going to come in for Rollins once this inning comes to a close. Freddie Galvis has also played very well this spring. Galvis also played the outfield yesterday for a few innings. Yeah. Charlie was asked about that. He said they just wanted to see him out there.
He might be behind the plate one of these days. You never know. He can play anywhere. Only kidding about that.
Freddie had 1 chance yesterday in the outfield. Caught the ball, and as so many people referenced yesterday, he's done everything else so well defensively. I'm sure he could figure out how to play the outfield.
No doubt. He is a very talented baseball player. managers love guys that have versatility. So important on a team.
That one's golfed to right field. It's deep. Going back on it is Branson. It is gone. A 2-run home run for Chase Utley. His 3rd homer in 2 days. And the Phillies are within 1.
I thought sooner or later they'd hit one with a little authority and get it up in the wind and take their chances with it. And that's what Utley just did. And Tom said he golfed it. Left-handed hitters just love that ball down. See where it is. Looks like he just drops a head on it with that quick swing. Yep. Well, that's a good-looking Chase Utley swing. And watch his lower body on that. How he has a base now. He can hit with his legs. What a difference.
Well, the Phillies at one point down 6-0 in this ball game have climbed back to within 1, 6-5. Utley now with 4 home runs this spring, 4 RBIs today, 14 for the spring. And Howard takes ball outside. It's 1-0. Ramirez, who pitched a scoreless 7th inning, now allows a walk and a home run here in the 8th inning. The count. And Howard taking all the way. It's 3-1. Ryan smokes one deep to right center field. Forget about that one. It didn't matter how windy it was. Ryan Howard has just tied this ball game up at 6 apiece.
This guy had success in his first only major minor league season against left-handed hitters, but watch him. It looks like he's got a little sinker. He's trying to run away. Maybe there's a changeup or something we haven't seen yet. But boy, he looks sweet to hit off if you're left-handed. Watch this thing run right over the plate. Oh, the left-handed hitters love a pitch like that. Starts it. See, I think it's supposed to go down and away. And all it did was go up and away.
That was a big man's home run right there.
Oh, okay, with the flags the way they are right now, the way he hit that, it doesn't matter how far is it going to go.
7 home runs now, 16 RBIs for Howard.
See, he looks a little tougher against right-handed hitters, maybe.
Kevin Franzen down to the count, no balls and 1 strike. Shows bunt, takes inside, 1-1.
No breaking ball there.
Boy, it is so good to see Ryan Howard do what he's been doing this spring.
Utley and Howard have hit 5 home runs in the last 2 games. Well, there he ran a sinker back a little bit to the right-handed hitter.
Ground ball toward third. Drew Sutton's up with it. Here comes John Farrell. I guess he's not going to allow him to face another left-hander. He's got a lefty warming up at the pen. It's Ryan Roland Smith.
Well, he doesn't have a whole lot to get left-handed hitters out, doesn't look like.
Well, that's going to be it for the right-hander. So with the Phillies tying the ball game up with 3 runs here in the 8th inning. A 2-run home run by Chase Utley, and then a solo shot by Ryan Howard. The Red Sox have decided to make a pitching change with the left-hander Dominic Brown and Ender Inciarte due up. Jimmy Rollins and Ryan Howard have had a hand in it. As Rollins walked to lead it off, Utley homered, and then Howard followed with a solo shot. Stick around after the game for John Clark and Mike Missinelli. Get a full recap of today's game, plus an in-depth preview of the 2013 Fightin' Phils. That's next on the Phillies postgame show, live from Sugar House Casino. The lefties due up for the Phillies after the lefties just knocked the ball out of the yard for the Phils. The Red Sox bring in a left-hander, Ryan Rowland-Smith, former big leaguer with the Seattle Mariners.
Yeah, and Jimmy started it off. Rollins started off with a nice patient at bat against him, too, to walk, and then homer.
There's Dominic Brown. He's 0 for 3 today. Dominic takes strike one. Dominic is flied out twice. He's also hit into a double play. Nice catch by that youngster down there. Oh, boy. And Howard, or Brown, excuse me, down on strikes for the second out. So 2 away here in the 8th. Ender Inciarte will be the batter. A lot of folks speculating that with Darren Ruff being sent out to the minor leagues the other day after winning the game here on Friday in walk-off fashion, that Ender Inciarte, who's a Rule 5 selection out of the Diamondbacks organization, has a leg up on making the team. I guess on paper you can think that. He's a very good defensive outfielder. Whether he can hit in the major leagues or not this year, well, time will tell.
He can do that, what he just showed there, too. We've seen him bunt a little bit for base hits. Yeah, he has good tools, this guy. Whether or not they'll be able to take him north or keep him, stay tuned.
Whatever the Phillies decide to do, they'll eventually have to make a change when Delman Young is available and is healthy and ready to come back. Now, Delman has amped up his rehab. He continues to take batting practice with the team. As Inciarte hits one toward left center field, and Jackie Bradley Jr. makes the catch. And the side is retired. The Phillies do tie it up on a 2-run home run by Chase Utley. And we've seen this many times during the course of their careers. A solo shot by Ryan Howard. They go back-to-back, so we go to the 9th inning with the Red Sox and the Phils all tied up at 6. At 7:05, the Phillies take on the Kansas City Royals. It's Turkey Hill Kids Opening Night. A free Jimmy Rollins replica Gold Glove trophy. Compliments at Turkey Hill. Free to fans 14 and under. Make your plans now. Order your tickets by going to Phillies.com. We go to the top of the 9th inning. And Jeremy Horst still in the ball game for the Phillies. Bogarts leads it off for the Red Sox. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Phillies have rearranged their infield for the top of the 9th. We'll let you know who is where. Bogarts 1 for 5 so far this spring. Yudesky Betancourt comes in to play third. Freddie Galvis is at shortstop. Iron Ore's over at second base, and around at first is Kevin Franzen. 1-2 pitch. Out toward left field. Here comes John Mayberry. He'll play it on 1 hop. Bogarts has a leadoff single. Wheels, the number 9 spot has been problematic for the Phillies today.
How about that?
4 hits.
4, huh?
Derek Mitchell is the new right fielder for the Phillies. First pitch is outside to Brents.
Kid that just got that hit was their minor league offensive player of the year.
Good player.
And he comes from a place you think about as a cruise stop, Aruba.
Oh, Aruba's a nice place.
Yeah,
Wills.
well, that's what I mean. But you don't think about baseball players from Aruba. But you know, you're getting more and more out of that.
Phillies had a player from Aruba. Can you remember who it was?
Was it pitcher?
Yep.
Soft tosser. Big curveball.
Yeah, you could say that. Calvin Maduro.
With Baltimore.
Yeah.
Yep, Calvin Maduro.
Line drive, base hit center field. Inciarte boots it. That allows Bogarts to go to third. He'll be held there. The throw to second offline. And there's runners on second and third with nobody out.
We're talking about Inciarte's defense, and that's supposed to be a strong point for him. And he just took a really bad route on that. And then let the ball play him into a scoring position for 2 runners now. Here it is. It's slicing away from him. And watch the route that he took. And now when he starts to come in, he's not under control at all. And it kicked off the heel of the glove.
Well, now the infield is in for the Phillies with nobody out here in the top of the 9th inning. And Shannon Wilkerson will be the batter for the Red Sox. Wilkerson last year in the Orioles organization had pretty good numbers in single A. First pitch, a breaking ball, and it's 0-1.
Sun's actually peeking out a little bit right now.
Ground ball toward third, off the glove of Betancourt. A run will score. Maybe 2 runs score, although they're going to hold the runner at third. And the Red Sox retake the lead 7-6. Betancourt is a shortstop by trade. The ball hit off his glove.
Yeah, it was a broken bat, it sounded like. It wasn't hit real hard, and he just didn't get a very good jump on it. Infield in. See right here, the ball's not hit hard, and you would think he would get to that. Worst thing that happened is what did. It deflected, and almost deflected into 2 runs.
I think they've scored that in error. No, they haven't scored it yet.
Yeah,
the error was the one on Inciarte.
Yeah, I don't think they can give him an error on that.
Here's Brock Holt with runners on first and third. And he takes a strike. Still nobody out here in the top of the 9th. Phillies down 7-6.
2 guys are trying to make an impression right now at the very end, and both of them not real good fielding plays here in the 9th inning.
They have scored that a base hit. So the 14th hit of the day for the Red Sox. Fastball up and in. They still play the infield in. They're back a few steps at short and second. They feel like they have an advantage. Runner goes from first, and now he stops. Quintero gave a look.
Well, it was hard to tell what they were doing right there, whether they were not suicide squeeze, but trying to put a bunt. Yeah, that term, I don't know. Trying to put the bunt down, to get the runner to second base, second and third.
Ball's hit toward third, caught by Betancourt. They've got him picked at first. It's a double play. That's a big break right there.
Oh, that's really bad base running by Wilkerson. It's just a little humpback liner at Uneski, makes the play easily, and then they double him off. I don't think he was running on the play either. It looked like he just misread it. That ball on the left side like that, when you're over at first base, you just can't let that happen with just one out. And Phillies, as you said, Tom, get a big break.
Gomez now up with 2 outs and a runner at third. To the count. I'll give Horst some credit here. He's got a couple outs, and he did get the ground ball that he wanted.
Yeah, he's just trying to get out of this with one.
They needed that kid that caught that pop-up to be over there to catch that liner.
Yeah, that went through somebody's hands out there.
Duarte throwing in the bullpen for the Red Sox. Looks like he'll pitch the bottom of the 9th inning. Runner at third, 2 outs here at the top of the 9th. Red Sox have taken a 1-run lead. Swing and a miss. Horst gets him. Quintero applies the tag, and the side is retired. Red Sox do get a run. They take the lead as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Red Sox 7, Phillies 6. At 1 o'clock on the Comcast Network. A couple more games left down here in Florida before the Phillies head back home on Thursday night. And then we'll be on the air on Friday and Saturday as well, as the Blue Jays are in town to take on the Phillies next weekend on Friday and Saturday at Citizens Bank Park. Duarte is the new pitcher for the Red Sox. He'll come on here in the bottom of the 9th inning with the Red Sox on top by 1. So Duarte will face Humberto Quintero, then John Mayberry at the top of the order for the Phillies. Sun has popped out again here at Bright House Field. Had a little bit of a squall, a little rain that popped through here earlier today. It was no big deal. It'll be sad to see this place, say goodbye to this place, because it is one of the best places, if not the best, in spring training baseball to watch games. Here's Quintero. Quintero is 1 for 3 today. Singled and scored his first time up. Yeah, the first pitch hit foul down the right field line.
Marco Antonio Duarte from Hermosillo, Mexico, signed by Vinny Castilla.
Yeah, I saw that.
How about that, huh?
Red Sox got him from the Astros for Marwin Gonzalez. He was on loan to Mexico a couple of different times.
And signed originally by Colorado, of course, by Vinny Castilla.
Little low, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Look at, he hit a high fastball. Whew.
He still does a lot of work with the Rockies.
He used to love to hear Harry Callis say his name. He used to go up to Harry, say my name. Vinny Castilla. That became a bit when Vinny would come to town and Harry go down and say his name for him.
He's not alone. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count to Quintero. Foul ball, and it remains 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That all started with Clint Hurdle. Clint Hurdle said to me one time, boy, Vinny loves Harry. Would you set him down? Would he come down and say his name in front of him? And they went down, and Harry went down, and Vinny, they went back and forth saying his name. Oh, it was great.
Two and 2 the count. I didn't realize that he had done any scouting or anything like that.
No.
For the Rockies.
No, I didn't either. Just knew he hit high fastballs a long, long way.
Well, he's from Mexico, so he probably saw this kid in a winter ball game or something.
Sure.
Hit hard towards second. Diving play by Holt. That was a nice play. Gomez, the first baseman, seemed like he had the tougher task because he couldn't stay on his feet.
That's a big time play. That ball was smoked.
1 gone here in the 9th inning. John Mayberry will be the batter.
Crowd just reacted. It came into the on-deck circle. There's a play right there by Holt, as Tom said, and I guess that guy hasn't played a whole lot of first. And a little trouble with his foot.
He almost stepped on his glove.
Yeah.
Well, the guy that's in the on-deck circle is Carlos Ruiz. He'll bat after John Mayberry. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. Mayberry, his first time I've struck out. Carlos has not played a lot of games here on the big field. That was kind of by design. He'll play a number of games here in Clearwater once the season begins because of the suspension.
He's been on the road a number of games. He was in Fort Myers the other night to play the Red Sox.
On the infield, Duarte points up. Everybody's calling, and it's Bogarts who makes the catch. And there are 2 outs. Well, no doubt about the reaction. Carlos Ruiz, they still love him. Got to make Carlos feel pretty good. You know, as we said, it's kind of by design that he's been playing a lot of road games because he's going to play a lot of games here in Clearwater when the Phillies head north. So they figured they'd get him out. You know, by going to the other team's place, he probably would see more major league pitching during the course of a game because sometimes not all the major leaguers travel when they come on the road here to Bright House. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to Carlos. Fly ball, center field. That should do it. Wilkerson under it. Battling the wind, makes the catch, and the Boston Red Sox up 6-0 at 1 point. Score a run at the top of the 9th inning to defeat the Phillies by a final of 7-6. Red Sox improved to 1 game over 500. The Phils fall to 1 game under 500 as they lose 7-6 this afternoon in front of more than 11,000. We'll be back to chat a little more about it right after this.